Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cat's Cottage. I'm up this morning, gonna make my coffee. Gonna use some coffee out of this little container. I got coffee put in a lot of locations, but I'm gonna use this out of here. It's a special coffee. I'm not sure. It may be my Italian coffee. And welcome to all my new members that have come. I appreciate y'all very much. Okay. I hear the train. I don't know if y'all can or not. Train's going by. And let me see, I'll get me a cup and I'll put some hot water in it and get it to warming. Here we go. Now for y'all water freaks, I'm not running the water down the drain. The water is going into my little tub there. I'll sit that there with my hot water. And when I come to get my coffee, I'll pour this water into here. So I'm only telling y'all that because of the people that are so worried about water. I want y'all to get all excited. Okay, I'm moving slow. Putting that red sticky contact paper on here was just a cool idea. I wish I'd thought of it. I had it before I put this on. But I've got this on here, this contact paper. You know how these refrigerator handles turn kind of yellow as with age? Well, I put this contact paper on there and to hide that yellowing. And it's the same paper I put on my counters, which I was always afraid to use contact paper on countertops, but it worked out great. I mean, it worked great. I just took my time to do it, though. I didn't get excited. You have to think about the papers that you put on stuff. You have to figure it all out. Okay, well, I'm going to sit down here and wait on my coffee. It shouldn't take long since I take out of the pot before it's ready. Okay, and I got that going again. I guess what I did was, to get it going, was I always shut it off on the bar, the power bar. So I'm actually rebooting it every time that I do that. So um, what I did was I just walked away from it. I walked away from it and left it alone, turned it off. And look at my hair sticking straight up. I did brush my hair. y'all probably thinking now, well, how about now fixing your hair? Okay, I ain't got long for that coffee. I hope everybody's okay. Um, my camera wants to tilt just a little. Y'all excuse me. Wants to tilt up. Uh, whoop. I'll leave this space open here so I can go get my coffee. I better clip that. Just clip it off. There we go. Okay. Put down my matches. Come on. I saw. I run through that on that TV. I run through everything before I put on the fireplace. Uh, and I saw where a ranger, owner of his property, was shot. Um, there on the border. I hate that. It just turns my stomach. That an older man, him and his wife lived there forever, right there on the border of Mexico, and they blew his truck up. They killed him with a bomb. How cruel is that? Hmm. It's so sad. They don't deserve that. I hope Trump goes in there and just whittles them. The Mexican people are really peaceful. They're peaceful people. It's those people that are in there threatening and terrorizing. It's always a few people, isn't it? But just a handful of people that's causing everybody to be miserable. Okay, let's go get my coffee. Ooh, it smells good, people. It smells good. Oh, yeah, I got a good shot of my pot there. Ooh, it smells good. Now, okay, like I said, I'm going to take this hot water and I'm going to put it right in here. Y'all just need to calm down about that water. That water is a gift. It's a gift to us. That water is a gift from God. It's life. That's what that water is. It's life. So y'all need to calm down about that water. Okay. Especially when I have to pay for every drop of it. I have to pay for it coming in and I have to pay for it leaving. You know? They'll squeeze you. They'll squeeze you. I'm turning on my electric seat. Y'all are wondering, little electric blanket I'm sitting on. Electric throw or whatever it's called. Here's something cool somebody invented. Oh, okay. Can't make my mind up here, can I? I look at myself and I don't want to get too close. I move it and then I look at the background. I'm like, oh, they don't want to look at that. And then I move it back. Oh, let me see what I got. What kind of coffee I got. I could have some Italian coffee here. Oh, I do. I got some Italian coffee in this cup. Don't know what kind it is. I can't give you a name. Oh, well, maybe that rancher in Texas is, he's just gone over to the other side and he's on a beautiful horse riding out through the plains, beautiful mountains. That's what I like to think of. Like when we die, it's like we step through it, we open a door and step through. And I hope we get all what we want if we've been fair to people, use common sense towards people. Let's talk about politics a little bit. I hope they get all them thieving so and so's in Washington, all of them, no matter who they are. I hope they get them all. If they don't get them, I hope they get so scared they retire and run. I wouldn't want to be Biden, I tell you that. I don't, he just totally disappeared, and I guess that's the way to go. That's the one thing you can do is disappear because you're guilty of everything. You know, Jill told him to burn it down before we leave. Let's burn her down. And he definitely did. It's going to take Trump a long time to undo his burning it down. I don't want to see any woman go to jail, but she's young enough she could. In reality, if you think the jail is just, it's a cage. Why would you do anything to have yourself put in a cage? Well, I'm going to talk another. I love that video about that plane coming in, the second plane, the second one into Venezuela and unloading all those people. Hey, you got a country. You just came over for those free cards. You weren't destitute. You came over for those free cards. They're showing people that were released to their families. They got big, beautiful families in the not in a home and everything else, and everybody looks nice and healthy. Why did you leave your family for that money? You never intended to stay in here. You just came for that card to see if you could, get enough money and then you'd run back and then come back through again. I'm glad we're putting a stop to that. I'm so glad. Hey, you got to come through. You just start digging because you're going to have to dig through the dirt to get through. And all those young men, those men at the border there, they're reserves, you know. And they've left their home, their jobs, their families to fight for some crap that y'all put on us. Unnecessary. It's all unnecessary. I used to read books when I was young about the kings, and you know, there'd be a good king and then there'd be a bad king. There'd be a weak king, there'd be a selfish king or queen. It's just kind of stupid, isn't it? And I used to think that was all, that's over there in those countries. We don't have anything like that. You know, we got presidents and we'll reelect them and everything will be good. And no, you know, We got the same thing. They go in and they just totally destroy your country. And I think, and just, I didn't realize how, so many people are dependent on America. Of course, Biden made them really dependent by sending all of them money. Our money that the slaves, us, worked for. We were just slaves for other country to work and give them our money. And our money means where we were taxed. I don't know. It is, it's just unbelievable. Some of it just unbelievable. And sometimes we can pray, and this is number one. And the other is we can watch who we vote for. And I mean on the lower level. Hey, they're down here bartenders, and then before you know it, they're up top. You gotta be careful what you're voting for in the small elections, and don't ignore your little town elections. Go vote in them. I used to ignore them because that's not nothing to do with me. I don't have nothing to do with them. And go vote in them. Make sure that you vote, and make sure you know who these people are, you know, and what they're doing. And it's easy these days. It's easier than it used to be to find out about people. Mm, Ooh, that coffee's good. Whenever me and my husband, when we ran, we'd run and then we'd meet up with the running group that was running in the same area where we were running. We'd meet up at the Chick-fil-A or Donut House or whatever it was. And when election times came, they'd all ask my husband, "Okay, tell me who to vote for." And they were serious, and they'd bring the paper of the people printed on the newspaper, and help me, Vic, and tell me about this person, and tell me. I mean, he helped them, because they didn't have the time. They didn't want to take the time to know these people. Tell me about this person and tell me about that person. How should I vote, Vic? Tell me how to vote. And it was mostly women, but the men were in on it too. They wanted to know. And he just sit down with them and talk to them. And oh no, Vic's been around a long time, an old policeman. No, this person did this, and back then he was doing this, and no, he was cheating on his wife, and shoplifting, and all that kind of stuff. He'd tell him. And but find somebody that has some knowledge like that knows about voting. Just come, just ask them. I need your opinion about who to vote for. I don't know these people. If you don't know, just don't go there and just vote. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody that you trust. That you know is a good person, and ask them who they're voting for and why they're voting. Now, my husband has told me that he's made mistakes. Oh, I voted for that person. That wasn't blah blah blah. I laugh about. Oh, no, I didn't vote for that person. You know, and he would, find somebody like that, somebody that'll help you. Maybe uncle, maybe grandpa. Somebody that's been around your town for a while, and have know about what's happened with these people. But yeah, because they come from the bottom and they climb up, and when they get up there, oh my goodness, they these some of those people stay in there totally till they get so old. I think there needs to be although I started to say there needs to be an age limit, but if you get somebody in there somebody maybe like John Kennedy, that senator. He don't need to go. They need to find some way to reproduce him, cloning. Uh, People with the common sense and everything, they don't need to go, no matter what their age is, as long as they got their sense about them. But when they get up to the mic and they stand there and they just stare, something's going on. Either they've drugged them or they're freezing up. But anyway, well, y'all probably saw the little videos I made of painting. I touched up a few things. I had bought some things and saw nicks and stuff on them, and I touched that up and that'd be okay. But I put them back and I never did anything with them. So I've started looking around and getting them out and doing what I said I was going to do, touch that up. I probably should just leave them sitting on the table and don't put them away until I've repaired that spot. But yeah. Anyway, I got to put my little chocolate pot in the cabinet. I'll probably make a little short video and show y'all me putting it in. I don't know how I'm gonna get it in there, but I'm gonna squeeze. Time is moving on. Moving on. This is good stuff. Well, spring is coming. I see little daffodils. They just got the little sprout. And my front yard, it's got a hill, and it's just covered in them. So, yeah. And those cabbages, I had to move them back there to my pot because something decided it was going to booger up the roots. Didn't eat the plants, just mess the roots up. Digging through the root over and over. They must be putting something in the soil that they're using, eating that little fertilizer balls or something that they're eating. But soon I'll be getting them out of that big tub back there and bring them up front, plant them up front. They're just little decorative things, but I found out I just really can't put much of anything in that one bed coming down my doorway. Uh, they leave the 4 o'clocks, which is good, and they leave the shamrocks. The shamrocks are sitting up there. They're not blooming yet. Trying to think what else they let me have. Oh, they will let me have some mums. So I could put some uh, bulbs in there of daffodils. They don't like daffodils, but I have found out one thing. Uh, I thought daffodils were safe and they would run them out. But once the daffodils are really everywhere and they don't have any room, they take them and push them up through the soil. I found the bulbs on top of the soil laying there. And I thought, how did this get up here? It's down like 6, 8 inches. They just push it out of the soil, push it right on out. So you really can't win, can you? Well, I just wanted to stop here this morning and say hello. Um, my mind is at a blank as usual. Um, I found my other earring, my little pink. What is this stuff now? It's lost my head. Pink Jade. Yeah. Yep. I had lost it, and I thought, oh my God. The same week, I lost two turquoise rings. I mean, yeah, loop with a little heart. Y'all may have seen that. Um, don't know where they went. And I recall turning my head upside down and washing my hair. It had the little hook that went through the ear like that. And I'm thinking, did I wash both of those off down the drain? That's all I could think of. And then I lost this one, and I thought, well, you're just going to town on losing these earrings. Um, but my husband found it. He went to turn the light off that I had in the back room, and he saw it laying there by the light switch. So when I bent over to turn off that light, it must have just slipped out. So, I mean, I have it like it's locked, but, you know, I don't know how it comes apart. There's movement, I guess. But anyway, that's why I never wore valuable earrings. I always wanted to wear. I'd go over to Walmart or somewhere and buy some real cheap junk, and that's what I would wear. When I ran, I would wear, some type of stone, and it would be junk because I thought, now, how many earrings have I found on the track or on a trail? And I'm not going to be one of those that loses everything. So I thought, I'll just get cheap stuff. Well, I never lost the cheap stuff. Lost it. It would just stay on me and it turn. Then I'd have to get rid of it and go get another pair because I never lost it. But now I've started wearing the better stuff and now I'm losing it like crazy, you know? And I'd had those turquoise hearts for the longest time. I don't know. I've got a real pretty heart ring. I should have showed y'all that. Valentine's. I should have got that out and showed y'all that pretty ring my husband bought me. Um, Maybe I'll think about it sometime and show it to y'all. But I guess that's all I can think of. I can't think of anything. I could ramble on about politics and because they make me mad. I want this country right. I'm wanting it right so I can just be peaceful in my own life, so I can have peace. I don't want to lay back and not think about anything, and then everything gets higher and higher and higher. And you know, uh, I have enough to live okay, live well. It won't be like I'm taking a flight to go to Italy or anywhere, but I have enough to roof over my head, food, gas for my car, uh, and that I don't want that taken away. I don't want it just take until you have nothing. But anyway, it's nice to talk to everybody from all over the place. Y'all are super sweet, really nice, really sweet people. Um, and by and large, we're all good, aren't we? We're all good people. And we all need to be, you know, have a roof over our head and something to eat, family. And if you don't have family, so what? Just have a good life. Uh, I don't really have any family of my own other than what I've created. I've made the family. Anyway, I guess I'll go. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just sitting here occupying minutes. So I'm going to go, and I'll talk to y'all again. Bye bye.